Yesterday, Aaron Judge was caught looking in the dugout right before pitches yesterday. He got two dongs yesterday.
Went deep after the little side-eye.
He went tank after side-eye into the dugout. Here was the broadcast with Dan Shulman, who does great work with ESPN and Toronto, and Buck Martinez. They were on the call for the Toronto side of things, and they caught Aaron Judge looking in the dugout in real time.
All right, Buck, so you and I looked at each other at the same moment right when we saw this 3 pitches ago.
Watch what he's looking at.
Yeah. What is that?
Where's he looking?
Where is he looking? And he did it more than once.
Yeah, it's really, really unusual. But you and I both looked at each other when we saw that.
Like, did you see what I saw?
Yeah. All right, so he takes a pitch, and then the audio kind of continues, and then like, oh, he just did it again, and then he drops a bomb to deep center field, probably 440 feet away. It's all right, looking in the dugout. Well, why is he looking in the dugout? Something's going on. Something's obviously going on. Here was Aaron Judge after the game. Let it be known that Aaron Judge was looking at the dugout even before the first pitch was delivered to him. Right. The first 2 Yankees in the lineup got 2 up, 2 down. There was no arguments at all. Boone did get ejected in the Aaron Judge at bat, in the middle of the at bat. Judge was looking in the dugout even before the first pitch. Boone took exception to a call that was below the knees. It was a bad call and ended up getting run for arguing balls and strikes. Here was Aaron Judge after the game on why he was looking at the dugout even before the first pitch of the at-bat.
Yeah, it was kind of a lot of chirping from our dugout, which I really didn't like in the situation where it's a 6-0 game. And I know Booney got tossed. Like, I was trying to save Booney by calling timeout. Like, hey, hold up here. Like, let me work here. So I was kind of trying to see who was chirping in the dugout. So it's 6-0. Like, Booney got tossed. Let's go to work now.
I'm not sure that the Yankees were doing anything that is technically illegal. And even today you had Buster Olney, I think it was, that came out and said that the Blue Jays felt that they were betraying the identity of the forthcoming pitches, which basically means that they were tipping. I think that somebody in the dugout had something on the pitcher. They were relaying information, which is technically legal in baseball. It's shady, maybe Bush League, but legal. I think that's what was really going on. The biggest, I guess, problem that I have with this whole thing is that Aaron Judge was lying through his teeth. Aaron Judge, whenever he was talking about this in the postgame show, says that he was trying to, or the postgame interview, says, I was trying to calm everybody down in the dugout. I was trying to keep them from arguing. The argument happened in the middle of the at-bat. You were looking in the dugout from the very beginning of the at-bat. You're lying through your fake teeth about this whole thing. I have a problem more with the excuse than I have looking in the dugout because you had the signs.
Well, I think he was looking before the at-bat because that's Judge didn't get thrown out to the middle of the at-bat. So evidently someone was chirping from before he got in there. But regardless, from John Boy to Brian Cashman to the Yankees to Aaron Boone to Judge himself, to all the hypocrites that were hypercritical and always pointing fingers at the Astros, just admit what we've known all along. You've been doing it too. And this is, you got caught red-handed, and now you're trying to make excuses that you're expecting everybody to believe and everybody to buy into and everybody to say, yeah, that's exactly what happened because he said so we should move on and there's nothing to see here. There's plenty to see here. And that's what's ridiculous about all of this. And that's why, for all of them, especially Aaron Judge of all people, especially coming off the home run balls and the Goldilocks balls a year ago, like, good try, bro, but it's not even close to what anybody's going to believe, and there's no reason for anyone to believe anything that comes out of your mouth either.
You probably shouldn't have looked at the dugout before you said this. Like, he was looking. You can see that he's looking in the dugout.
Camera catches it clear as day.
Before the first pitch. Yep. Like, yeah, I was trying to get the guys to stop chirping. But, like, do you think that they were doing anything that crosses the line, anything that was illegal, per se?
I think that they probably have something that they were, whether it be just they caught the pitcher tipping pitches.
Yeah.
And maybe he wasn't capable of picking up what the bench was picking up with a pitcher tipping pitches. And we've seen this before. We saw it with the Astros and the Rays with Tyler Glasnow. We've seen it with other guys. McCullers, it was rumored that he was tipping a year ago. I think if you're just catching a pitcher tipping, it's one thing. We don't know. And we don't know by what means they were being able to find out the information they were being able to find out. But based on everything that's happened in baseball, everybody is led to assume that they're doing something using some system to get an advantage. And then the fact that he hits a home run just blows the whole thing up even more.
Yeah. See, I don't think I'm mad at the Yankees for If all they were doing was picking up, where the glove was, fastball, where, the glove was, curveball, if they were doing that, I can't blame them for that. I just don't love the Yankees. Aaron Boone getting thrown out of that.
And here's the other thing. What are you side-eyeing during the at-bat? Guys are going to chirp. Guys are going to chirp. You're not looking at them when an important pitch was coming at you just to see who was saying what, because he tried to say, I was trying to see who was saying it too. Yeah. And then they got a talking to from me after the game. You're supposed to be focused on the next 90+ mile an hour pitch coming your way, and it's an important time for you. Get out of here telling me that all of a sudden in the middle of an at-bat it was important to figure out who was saying something.
The excuse was the worst thing. You're picking up on them tipping, whatever, as Buster Olney would say, the betraying the identity of the forthcoming pitches, #tipping. That's one thing. The excuse was ridiculous. I almost rather Aaron Judge just be like, yeah, he was tipping. I was getting the signs relayed to me. I know that wouldn't sound great in 2023 based on everything that's happened in baseball over the last 5 years. I think I would appreciate that. I think I'd tip my cap. Okay, you're working in the dugout. Josh Donaldson did this last year in the playoffs, too. So, the Yankees have a reputation of this. Yankees are, being very defensive about this, too. Let's remember that the Yankees were electronically stealing signs before the Astros were. Let's remember that Carlos Beltran, whenever he came to the Houston Astros, said, you guys are behind the times. Where did he come from? Came from the New York Yankees.
The Apple Watches, the letter, all of it. All of the above. And then all of the Cashman comments about, how blatantly what the Astros did, and I forget the exact terminology, which is the reason why it kept them from winning. I mean, okay, with all of that, then you're going to do this and then say, oh, I was just trying to see who was barking at the get out of here.
So bad.